So in our previous video, we had done most of our work with how we found this vector for the airplane when we combine the force of the wind. Just need to finish it off now. So if we know what the final vector is and we kind of know the general direction, I think it makes sense based on the picture we had in the first video. But we need to figure out how we can find the actual speed and the compass heading. Have several options for that. Really for the speed we only have one option. We need to use our magnitude formula. So if I know what the vector is for AF, if I know that component form, to find the magnitude of AF, I'm just doing that distance formula sort of idea again. So that's what I'm going to kind of be writing down here. I would take 474.95 and square it. And to that, I'm going to add negative 249.89. Okay, and square that, and then I'm going to take the square root of all of that, and I end up getting 536.68. 536.68. That's the magnitude, and in this case, it's going to represent our speed, which is miles per hour. Okay, to find the kind of the bearing idea, I'm going to switch colors here a second. Let's go to blue. There's a little bit more work involved, but I certainly maybe could start by thinking about a right triangle that's formed here, and I probably would just use the component numbers as well. So I'd be thinking about an x value and a y value compared to this angle. That's going to be a tangent idea. So I might say that tangent of theta, if this right here is theta, okay, tangent of theta would equal the opposite side, which is going to be that negative, well, I'm just going to say 249.89, make it positive, 249.89, so I'm just thinking of a basic right triangle, and divide that by 474.95. Okay, if I went through and I did that, let me get my calculator here a second, because I want to figure out what the theta is. Okay, so I'm going to go inverse tangent of 249.89 divided by 474.95. If I do that, I get an angle of 27.75. Now that clearly cannot be a bearing because it's just the angle right there, but the bearing starts from straight north and goes this way, so the actual bearing that I want is going to be 90 degrees plus 27.75, which would get me the 117.75. That is going to be my bearing. Okay, so these two things here, out of all that work, are the answers that I'm looking for. That's going to be what happens to the plane when I factor in its original settings plus the wind. And we are done.